Hello, how are you? This is Elsa Kimney from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today I'm here with, a quick and easy Christmas gift, New Year's project kind of thing. And so we're gonna jump right in this because we're gonna make this together, and it's really simple, really easy to do. Okay, so I am going to get out some stuff, show you what we're going to need, and then we'll jump right into it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got out some supplies. Obviously, we're going to need a paper trimmer. You're going to want a scoreboard, and this one you can actually do on a small scoreboard, so if you don't have the big one, don't worry about it. Some scoring tools, some adhesive, one of these little boxes from the Dollar Tree. If you don't have a Dollar Tree and you can't get one of these little boxes, you're looking for something for these measurements that is on the outside 5.5 by 3 1/8 by 2 3/8. Okay, that's for these measurements. I'm using leftover wallpaper, so you can use anything you want, but I have this like huge envelope of just these really odd shaped sizes of wallpaper. Just lots of it. More wallpaper and more. And the only thing you want to make sure is that the wallpaper you're using, or the paper that you're using, is at least 7 inches long and 3 3/4 inches wide. So not very big pieces here, but you still want to make sure. So that being said, I'm going to move this real quick. We're going to pick some pieces of paper. Let's see. So this one is over 7 inches wide, so we'll use that one. That one doesn't make the cut. Don't want that one. That one will work. This one's gonna work. Doesn't fit the, the aesthetic here. Yep, you think that'll work? No. No. Yep. No. Yes. No. 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 Yeah, I think this will work. Let's see. Definitely. No. 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 And no. So I'm going to put these away for the moment. And what we're looking for depends on how long you want to run this, okay? So here's the thing. What we're making is like a savings box, okay? It's money that you're going to put into the box, stashed in the little envelopes, and you're going to put this someplace where you're not going to see it every day, okay? Now, I can tell you that the average income in the United States in 2019 was just over $31,000. So just over $310 if you saved 1%. So you get the idea. So I have, you can do this once a month. So you could do 12 envelopes. You could do 24 envelopes and do it every 2 weeks. Like every payday, put in a certain amount. And it doesn't have to be like a percentage. You could put in like just $5 or $10. Whatever it is you feel that you can afford to put in, you put in. Maybe you're saving for Christmas money for next year, or you're saving to give to your grandchild for their birthday, whatever it is. You can use this to do that. So I'm going to cut all my pieces down to 7 by 3 3/4, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I have all of these cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in long way, and I'm going to score them at 1 inch. And at 4 inches. Okay, so 1 inch and 4 inch with the right side facing up, because valley, hill, You get it. 1 and 4. Nice, even, light scores. Don't press into this, okay? Because you don't want to, like, tear it up. It helps if you only pull one at a time. 1 and 4. Okay, now once you have all of that done, and the whole stack is done at 1 and 4, then we're going to turn the stack and we're going to put the other scores in, okay? So for that one, we're going to turn this, doesn't matter which direction we turn it, we're going to go 1/2 inch, and then out here at 3 1/4. Okay, if you're not comfortable, do a 1/2 inch, turn it like this, and then do another 1/2 inch on the other side, okay? So again, we're going to put this into the scoreboard. We're going to score at 1/2 inch. And then over here at 3 1/4. Or for those of you that don't trust yourselves, 1/2 inch, turn, 1/2 inch. Okay, so do the whole thing, 1 and 4, then on the short side coming down, so that you have the long way going this way, we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 3 1/4 inches, or 1/2 inch, turn it, and 1/2 inch. Okay, do all of those, and then when you come back, we'll do some cutting. All right, so now we're going to be doing some cutting. All right, so we're going to cut. You have 3 small boxes, and then 3 big boxes, 3 big boxes. We're going to cut off the small box and 1 big box. Okay? So just to the score line, and then give it a little bit of a wedge. Wedge the bottom, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Wedge the bottom, cut off those 2, to the score line, and a little bit of a wedge. Okay? So what we want is a piece that looks like this. All right? Now, once that's done, we're going to come in, and this is purely, personal. If you want to round this corner on the 1 inch flap, do that, and then stack these up, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to move on to the next part. All right, so once we have these, all cut and our corners rounded, let me just finish these ones up real quick. The next step of the process here is going to be to decide if you want to finger pull. If you want to have a finger pull, for putting stuff in and out of the envelope, you're going to want to do that now. Okay? So you would put that on this side. So all you need to do is know that this is you're at 2 3/4. So just before the 2, like one line before the 2, is where you're going to put your mark. I'm just going to put a little mark right here. And you really only need to do this to the first one. And this is going to tell you where that finger pull needs to be. And that's your little finger nip, okay? And then from there, you can just line these up one on top of the other, and pull all those out, okay? So go do that. And then we're going to move on to the next part, which is putting these together, and we're going to talk about the box. I'll be back. So now that we have that all done, we've got them all finger punched, the whole thing. We're going to do our folding, and we just want to make sure that we line these up, you know, side to side. And then go ahead and hit it with your bone folder. There's the little flap, then there's this big flap down here. And then we're going to fold in these sides. And then, of course, once you have them all folded, and you've got them all straight, where you want them, then we're going to do a little gluing. Or you could use tape if you want. But we're going to put some adhesive on the flaps on both sides, just these little side flaps, and fold it over. Okay? And that's going to give us our little envelope to put our savings into. And we're going to do all of these. Now, if you want to ink them, do that before. I don't really see a need to ink them. If you want to add some paper to the back, you know, or something, you can do that as well. But the idea is to get all 12 of these done, and then we'll start working on the box. I'll be back. So these are all glued, and because it is wallpaper, I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to set, even though I use the art glitter glue, because it's wallpaper and, you know, it's textured. Some of these are textured and some of these are like glossy. So I want to give it a couple of seconds. So I'm going to set those to the side, and we're going to start talking about the box. So you don't have to do anything to your box. If you like your box just the way it is, leave it alone. That's true. If you want it to be a little bit fancier, then we can paint the box. Now you can prime this if you want to using some gesso. If you're using darker colored paint, you probably don't have to. If you're using chalk paint, you probably don't have to. But I would recommend that you paint like the outside first and let that dry, and then paint the inside, and then we're gonna, you know, decorate it with, maybe you want to put, oh, I don't know, maybe you want to get a new die cutting machine. So you're going to put pictures of the die cutting machine that you want on here. Or maybe you're going to put some die cuts on it. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pick out a color that I like, and I'm going to paint mine. And then when I get back, we're going to do maybe a little bit of decorating, put the whole thing together. Okay? I'll be right back. All right. So once this is painted, you can decorate it any way that you want. And you get your envelopes. And this is just my preference. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm going to take my envelopes and I'm going to put a little bit of tape across here. On every one of them. And then take my monies, which fit very nicely in there, and I'll start sealing them and putting them all in here, and hopefully by the end of the year I will have saved for whatever it is that I want. But that's it. That's my little project. If you have any questions, all the measurements will be in the description box below. If you have any questions, just put it in the questions and comment section, and I'll be happy to help you out if I can. And that's it. So it's a great little gift. You know, you can do it for yourself, or you know, you could do this to fill up for a grandchild, or give it to a grandchild and say, you know, hey, you know, we're going on vacation next year. If you want to have your own money, You can do some chores and, earn some money and put it in these envelopes. And at the end of the year, we'll open them up. We'll see what we got. Entirely up to you. Alrighty. If you're new here, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd appreciate that. Slap the subscribe button. Nothing happens. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't hurt anything. It causes you absolutely no pain. You won't even remember it in the morning. And no bugs or anything, I swear, I promise. And check out the community tab, see what I've got going on. Look at the description box below. There's a bunch of links down there that will take you to a bunch of other things. That's it until I see you again. Stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.